Hello, this is Peter Mackereth here, and this session is on learning 3 rapid toolbox interventions for a calm vaccination experience. Of course, you can use these techniques to stay stress-free in any other situation, such as a medical procedure or maybe even public speaking. So, as we come out of this lockdown, there'll be so many opportunities to engage with people, and sometimes people can feel overwhelmed by this new sense of freedom, if you like. But I'm going to focus particularly on people who are feeling anxious about being vaccinated. So this these techniques you can practice on the way, in the queue, or actually during your vaccination. And our goal is to stay stress-free, but also my goal is to encourage you to share these techniques with other people, your family, your friends. Seeing as we're aiming to vaccinate a huge swathe of the population, I think it's highly likely that we're going to come across even more people who are feeling overwhelmed by the experience or maybe anxious about needles. Let's just focus in on this issue of needle anxiety and distress. In my job as a therapist working in hospital settings, I come across people who have needle phobia and needle anxiety related to cannulation. Now, it's primarily for people who are having bloods taken or possibly having a needle put in for cannulation purposes to deliver chemotherapy. The context, of course, is everything. And I found working at a vaccination centre that I'm talking to people about their concerns about being needled for the vaccine. And some of these people are arriving with piercings and they say, no, I'm fine when it's tattooing, but in hospital, I just go to pieces, or I feel really scared. Or even overwhelmed by the experience. So context is everything. There is research evidence that suggests that about 10% of the population are needle anxious, and much less that are needle phobia. But obviously, we're encountering this new situation in our history where vast numbers of people are coming forward for vaccinations, and the numbers may be greater. The first of my top tips is the Mudras position. And this is an interesting position of holding the thumb and first finger together. There are a number of different finger positions, but this is my favorite one. And some of you may recognize it from dancing, from Indian dancing. But in the context of helping as a top tip, it's a confidence booster. It's also key to point out that there are acupressure points in the thumb. And for those who are reflexologists, this is the brain and, if you like, the master gland for the endocrine system. So very related to stress and calming. So this is very quick to do. So you take the thumb and first finger together and you take a comfortable breath in. And then as you breathe out, you let go of a little bit of tension between that thumb and first finger. So then continue again, take a comfy breath in, apply pressure. You can actually see the nail bed going a sort of pale color. And then as you breathe out, the color comes back in again. Third time, breath in, apply pressure, and then let go as you take an elongated breath out and your shoulders drift down. Fourth breath in, and then breathe out, letting go of all the tension. And then fifth time, press and release the tension. And I usually say on the fifth time, the lottery numbers will come flooding into your mind. So just pay attention for those numbers coming into your mind. Counting is useful. And also you can use this technique with your hand by your side very discreetly. So again, very useful public speaking. So that's the Mudras position. And for the second technique, you can always also do this very discreetly while you're sat in a chair, drawing your feet towards you as you take a comfy breath in. And then as you breathe out, drop those feet down. So if you're sitting in a chair, your feet are now firmly back on the ground again. Second time, breath in, drawing those feet towards you, and then dropping the feet down. Again, elongating the out breath. Third time, when you're ready, take a breath in and then let go of that tension in the ankles and the feet. Okay, one more time. Breath in, draw the feet towards you, tighten around the ankles and the calves, and then let the breath go, letting go of all the tension out of the toes as your feet are firmly planted onto the ground. So again, you can also add in, on the last one, you might notice the lottery numbers come flooding into your mind, and that might raise a smile. With adding humour in, it always cuts across anxiety. It's sort of a panic interrupt on itself. So a very useful technique. So the final technique is using an aroma stick. So those out there who prepare aroma sticks, you may want to consider making a blend that also includes a citrus oil, for example, lemon. And the idea of having a blend is that it mixes the essential oils and creates a lovely combination. But also people then don't get focused in on one particular smell and then become associated with it when they're feeling stressed. So, and the reason, of course, of using a citrus oil is if I say lemons and limes to you, then it might be that you start to think of lemon cheesecake or a limoncello drink, and when you're in holiday in Italy, and the lemon just stimulates saliva, and of course a calm mind, you've got a moist mouth, but when you're anxious and stressed, your mouth dries. So the lemon or the citrus oil stimulates salivary flow. So as when you're installing an aroma stick, when you're offering it to people, take a choice of perhaps 3 blends, choose the one they really like, they connect with, and then engage with them in terms of taking a comfy breath in and then breathe out, again elongating the breath, bringing back the aroma stick, taking a comfy breath in, noticing those citrusy aromas, and let the breath flow. And third time. And again, you might say, just notice the aromas, and it might remind you of a time that made you smile, or that was really enjoyable. And just let the breath go, and just notice how that very quickly your mouth becomes moist. And so if you're speaking, public speaking, then it's much easier to speak when your mouth is moist and refreshed. So if you don't have an aroma stick, simply having a sip of water and then taking a comfortable swallow after you've swilled it round will refresh the mouth. And again, you can repeat that 3 times. So that is my top 3 tips. And go stress-free. And those who are going for a vaccination, then use those techniques, share them with others, and stay calm and get vaccinated. Thank you very much. And this next slide just shares with you some of our books that myself and colleagues have produced around complementary therapies, and also the link to my YouTube video, which contains other great little short videos on staying stress-free and calm. Thank you very much. Take care.